It's 5 p.m. in the UK. It's 12 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast. It's 9 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. And it's Tuesday, the 26th of June. And welcome to the show. And I'm going to wait for a moment or two until people arrive. If you're watching the replay, please enjoy. I'm going through several things today which may be of interest to you. I'm just going to check that I've actually gone live. Yes, I'm going live now. And we can see that there is a delay as everything is propagated. Now, if you are watching live, hello RJ, can you say two things? One, can you hear me? And two, can you see me? Because if you can, then I'm going to try something. In fact, I'm going to try several things today. If you can hear me, please say. So I'm going to type it in. And Peter's saying yes. Thank you, Peter. Good. Right. Okay. Now, next question. Can you see and hear this? Just give me a second. I'm going to fade myself out, fade this in and play. Okay, we're getting closer. Last time the picture was fuzzy. Right, okay, you can hear me, and just let me, I've got myself in the background, so I'm just going to switch that off just a second. This is an experimental broadcast. Right, okay, I'm back now, and you have my full attention. And yes, it's Stephen on video. Now, normally at this point, you can actually type in the word guest and come on camera. Such has been the hard work that's been going on in the last few hours that I haven't actually done it yet. So if you've got a moment, I'll show you how I create. All right, okay. I'm going to take it that is, all right, just hang on. I'll be back. Just give me a second. I'm back, but frighteningly large. Just give me a minute, and I shall put myself back to normal. It's like being in Lilliputian, and a quick camera. And this is all part of being live. All this stuff you should do before you actually start broadcasting, and it should be working perfectly. But I've got to admit that today I've got a new toy, and I can't resist actually using it. So, can you? Right, okay. I'm coming in through vMix, David. Hello, David. Nice to see you. And I need to do something. I need to actually write the guest bot. So this is a live demonstration, fingers crossed, of how to write a guest bot. If you stay with me for a moment. Thank you. Yeah, I'm coming direct on C920 now. If you stay with me for a moment, I shall show you how to build a guest bot, and then I look forward to having David on camera as a guest. So what? Yeah, I know the guest doesn't work. I haven't written it yet. I'm just about to write it. So I'm going to bring up my screen share, and I'm going to put it full screen. I suggest you go full screen too. This is how to build a bot. So there's the bot that I've made a copy of. And the first thing I do is to rename it. So Talk Show 2606. And which post does it go to? Well, it goes to the post that you're on at the moment, which is that one. And I confirm that the bot is running. And you type guest. Auto response. So it's going to say, hello, thank you for requesting to be a guest on the show. To see the link, type yay. And I'm going to save that. And then the opt-in actions are send only to people who type yay. And then I'm going to edit the message. And what I need to do is just come back here for a second, copy the link. So I'm back here now. I'm going to paste the link into there. So that's a link you can click. And then I'm going to say join us on camera. And I'm going to paste the link into there. Okay. So thank you for requesting the link. Talk show with Stephen. And it's just me. Okay. And publish. So let's go through that. That's the post. That's the response. That's the opt-in. And all I have to do now is set it to active. And that's it. That's how to build a bot in 60 seconds. I'm going to come back now. And that was only 60 seconds, David. If you type guest now, you should get a link to the bot. And you can come on camera. I mean, 60 seconds. Andre and I have done 20-minute demonstrations. You wouldn't have, well, they were so interesting anyway. You just stayed with it. So if you type guest again, it should have worked this time around. Anybody who wants to come on camera can now type guest because the bot is running. And in actual fact, it should work well. And it shows that David's clicked it. So now you type yay in Messenger, please, David. Okay. Right. Okay. While we're waiting for David, just a note about a show tomorrow. That's myself and RJ will be here at 12 p.m. Eastern talking about building a bot for the Live Video Hub. And Live Video Hub is the center of our focus at the moment. You're more than welcome to join us at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow and talk about building bots. And as you saw, I just built a bot in 60 seconds. And if the magic works, I should be joined on camera by my friend David Vaughan in a moment or two. Okay, now I didn't send a broadcast out for this and say hello to RJ. Nice to see you again. And if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to. You can actually just come on. Now, what I was doing earlier, I bought a new toy. Okay. And say hello to Erin. Okay, try that link, please, David. Okay, that's the link. And I broke the bot. I might get a chance to fix it during the show, but I've obviously made a mistake on it. That's the thing about bots, that you should never rush them. So I thought I'd could have pasted the right link, but I hadn't. It was ever the story, David. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. We're good. We're good. Just join me on camera and we'll be even better. 3, 2, 1, and by the magic of Belive.tv, you see next to me, Mr. David Vaughan. Hello, David.
Hi, Stephen.
Ah, we have sound. That's good. I was thinking we might not have sound at the beginning.
We have sound.
That's good. Right. Okay.
So on today's broadcast, see Stephen struggle.
Well, yeah, but that's nothing new, is it? I mean, I don't
know. I left you alone for a few months. I figured you would have gotten all this out of the way.
Never. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I mean, basically today I invested in vMix, So I'm trying to get it working, but I can't get the resolution right. So I'm doing something wrong. Do you think I should read the manual?
Well, that's what any woman would probably do, but as a male, no, we don't need manuals. We don't need manuals.
No, that's normally not. No, but with this, I mean, going from Belive TV to that is such a giant step. I mean, basically, a lot of people. What is our direct page? Just a moment.
So, are you doing this? So, you're broadcasting using vMix through Belive?
That's my aim. People have been. There've been two major questions over the last couple of months. One is, can we have HD recording, please? And the second is, can I play video whilst I'm live? So I'm.
Well, it says it's broadcasting in HD on the Facebook page.
Okay. Yeah, it's the interface between vMix and Belive, which I haven't sussed out yet. I thought I could just plug and go, but you can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
Right. And Melissa, you found us because I can see your comment.
What is your direct page?
Yeah. And never read the manual. No, but sometimes you've got to read the paragraphs. You don't have to read it from beginning to end, but you've got to read paragraphs of it. Right. Okay.
Usually manuals have all that terms of service and all that stuff at the very beginning, and that doesn't work. So.
Yeah. But they also have. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I won't read the manual because that's obviously the man thing. Can I go and watch the videos on YouTube? Is that sort of halfway house?
Yes.
Because that gives somebody.
If the videos on YouTube are talking about versions that are 3 versions old.
I shall look at YouTube videos from 2017 onwards. I won't go back to any earlier than that. Melissa's saying she got a pop-up. Oh, you don't know who we are?
I don't know who we are either.
Well, I'm Stephen Healey. This is David Vaughan. We are live broadcasters. We help people to go live. We had a show together. We're doing this show together. And we've been friends since forever, really. It seems like that. And we're here to help you with live video. And say hello to Jean.
We've been
Thank
friends
you for joining us.
for 2 royal weddings and a baby. So.
Oh, wow. And a World Cup.
And a World Cup, which England's not doing so well on.
Don't forget the World Cup.
England's not doing so well this year, right?
Right, and Melissa's saying she needs some help going live. Okay.
You need help going live on this, or you need help going live, period, or...
I think it reads 2 ways, doesn't it? Help going live confidence-wise and help going live technically.
Help going live confidence-wise. Is that what she said?
And Gina's saying you can do it, Melissa. And RJ is saying that, Melissa, you're in the right place. Stephen is a master of going live.
Oh, Melissa's...
David will agree with this. I go live more than most people. It has to be said.
Stephen has to go live more than most people because Stephen is the owner, sole employee, sole board member of SBN, which is the Stephen Broadcast Network. How many shows are you up to now?
5.5.
It's gone down. Apparently,
because
just like all the American networks, some of the shows have apparently been canceled. And they're going back through and trying to come up with. You need a super show is what you need. You need a superhero show.
Well, there is a superhero show on Friday.
There's a superhero show on Friday?
Yeah, there's a battle of the... Well, it's not a battle. All the 7 of the countries that actually broadcast live on BeLive.tv are celebrating Social Media Day. Now, Social Media Day, for all those that know, it's the 9th one. And Social Media Day is on the 30th of June, which is a Saturday. It's been running for 9 years. Mashable started it. Mashable keep it going. And you can celebrate it however you want, but Belive TV are celebrating it by having a show hosted by Jeff with teams representing 7 different countries. As you probably guessed, I'm on the UK one, along with Fonz and John. And then there's the USA one, and there's a Canada one. There is one from South Africa. There is one from, well, there are 7 in total anyway. But it's on the 29th, because as we know, nobody broadcasts at the weekend. So the only way you can get to people broadcasting is by going live on Friday. So on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, you can catch Jeff Adams with a cast of thousands, well, 21 people anyway, for an hour-long show in which everybody will get 3 minutes to speak. So I'm preparing my 3-minute speech now, okay, and I'm coordinating with Fonz and with John so that we can sort of segue from one speech to the other. I don't know. I haven't got a clue what's going to happen on Friday, other than the fact that we turn up and somebody blows the whistle and the game starts.
I will not be there, and I will not participate, nor will I watch, nor will I encourage.
That's
fine. Yeah. We'll do it.
And Aaron's saying, Melissa, you can do it. You can go live. It gets much easier after the first time. Now, Melissa did explain. She said
she's chicken.
She needs help, confidence-wise and technically wise.
Okay, well, technically, you don't need anything but your phone. And so that covers that. Don't worry about all this other stuff. Don't worry about the Belive. Don't worry about vMix or cameras or lighting or microphones or anything. Because if you haven't even gone live, please do not invest anything. You need to practice going live first. And the best way to do that and get confidence on camera and going live is just, find a whole bunch of other people's shows and see if you can get on with their show and just start doing that. It's all it is conversation. It's just you talking. If you try and use this as a sales tool, you're going to fail. So don't do that. It's not a sales tool. Conversation. That's what social anything is. So. That's it.
We totally agree on that. We always have.
It is easy, Gina. That's all it is. And now, if let's say confidence-wise, one of your issues is you don't like being on camera. Technically, you don't have to be. You can, if you're doing something live, you can, create some. PowerPoint, Keynote, whatever, slides. You can go on Google Slides and do that if you want. And then aim the phone camera at your monitor so that you don't have to worry about trying to figure out how do I broadcast my desktop. Just do stuff like that. And then it's just you talking. Sometimes that type of structure can help. See right there, Melissa, Gina will do a show with you. There you go. You got one down. Now you got about 100 more to go. Melissa says she bought lights and microphone. How do you sell them? How do you sell then just talking?
Basically she's saying if you can't do a sales pitch, direct to camera and sell your goods, how do you actually do it? We're both saying that you do it by networking, by getting to know people.
You do it by building relationships. You do it by giving away help. You do it by giving away advice and tips and tricks and just building relationships and being who you are. That's it.
And Totally. It's one conversation at a time, as a good friend of mine says.
It's not a coupon. It's not a yellow page ad. It's not a billboard. It's not anything designed for sales. It's marketing. And marketing is about relationship building. It's about building someone's trust in you. And you do that by not coming across salesy. So...
Yeah, don't be salesy. And Melissa's saying, sorry, do you sell to them by just talking? I'm still drinking my coffee, which explains. Back in the day.
I think I actually responded to that. Just
you did.
Saying you just build the relationship.
Because the thing about this social live video is it's not a webinar, is it? David's going, but be back means I've got the show back to myself now, and I can actually say it's good to have David back. And Robert, I can see you in the room. If you want to join us on camera, it'll be back to the way it used to be. More than welcome to join us. If anybody wants to join us, I'm going to post a link again, and the link is this, and you can join us on camera. We don't bite, and you can ask us any questions you want live on air, and we'll do our best to answer them. And if we don't know the answer, we know somebody who does. Yeah, Gina's right. You've got to generate interest. On social media, it's not about sort of going around saying buy my book or my magic potion. It's about displaying your expertise. So you talk about you're in charge. It's your show. The only person who says what goes on your show is you. So you choose a topic that you're interested in, which may well be related to something that you're marketing, and you go and you talk about the topic. And if you're marketing, then you have a series of topics to choose from your expertise. Set up shows across your range of expertise. Invite people to join you, either in text or on camera, and show people by demonstrating practically what your knowledge is. Not hit them over the head. Ask for questions. Get people to ask you questions, like you've been doing today on the show. A question is worth its weight in gold, because that's where the interaction comes in. The magic of these shows is brought about not just by people on camera, but by all the wonderful people who are actually watching and commenting. And that's what makes a Belive show special. This is why Belive is better than anything else, because I can just show a comment on camera. And when I show the comment on camera, it appears on the recording and it stays on the recording. And if I repurpose this to YouTube, it'll be on the recording on YouTube. And that's it. So, as David said, you can also be a guest. Now, you can either be a guest on camera, or you can watch other people's shows. If you watch other people's shows, you learn. All of which brings me to, quite neatly, I'm busking it while David's away, the Live Video Hub. Live Video Hub started 6 weeks ago. It's got 150 shows on there, and you can go over there and you can actually watch a show. Now, if you want to find the show on the hub, RJ has been working hard earlier this morning, and you can now go to that link and type in, I'm just waiting for it to come through here as well. You can actually type in find a show on that link, and it will give you a carousel of 5 different categories of show. You say, I want this one, which might be business shows, or this one, which might be personal trainers, or this one, which might be specialty. And then it will show you underneath, graphically, show cards from each of those shows. And you can then click a reminder to go and watch the show. You can then message the people involved. You can then visit their Facebook page. So I've watched more videos since I started the Live Video Hub than I have in a long time. And it's just, I'll bring David back on screen now. It's just so simple to use and simple to set up. Yeah? This is new since you were last here, David.
What's that?
Right, okay. May I explain? 6 weeks ago,
Yes.
Facebook has always had cross-posting. So you could cross-post to somebody else's Facebook page, yeah?
Yes.
So that was the stage one. That's been around a while. Now they've got live cross-posting. So when you go live on your own page, you can go live on another business page at the same time and reach a new audience. By way of explanation, I can go live on Belive in 5, and I then at the same time am broadcasting to Canada on the TVSN page. Yep. Okay. So far so good. All right. A little bit of lateral thinking. If you can have one-to-one exchanges, why can't you have many-to-one? So the live video hub has cross-posting arrangements with 150 different shows. And they can go live on their own page and live on the hub at the same time whenever they want. Yeah. So what we've actually got on the live video hub is effectively live video TV, because you can go along there now. There are 16 shows that are due to broadcast on that page today. You can watch them live there. You can channel hop. Instead of visiting 16 pages, they're all on one page. And the people who are watching the shows on Live Video Hub are not the people who would normally watch on your page. So you're growing an audience. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the Live Video Hub. And then I'd been running it for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then it became the Belive TV Video Hub. So it's an official Belive TV project. Okay. So basically, it's trying to get everybody on the one page so you can actually surf live video. And it is a fantastic way to learn, because we've all got different styles on live video. And if you watch the shows with 1 person, 2 people, 4 people on screen, you get some idea of how people run their shows. And then if you see a good idea, borrow it. Yeah? I mean, it's the sincerest form of flattery. I mean, you can't borrow the content. Obviously, I'm not saying you should borrow somebody's content. Don't do that. But you can borrow the style. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Or.
Yeah.
For people that have never gone live or don't go live very much, don't worry about all that other stuff and just focus on trying to deliver great content.
Well, that's it. That's the key, isn't it? Content.
You know, it is the key. It's the whole key. You need to look at. So there are obviously. Well, there probably are. So there are people that I follow. I'll use me as an example. I won't talk about anybody else. So there are people that I follow, and they go live, and they always seem to have a great amount of engagement viewer-wise when they go live. Why? What is it that they do? You know, what are they doing? Look at what successful would be having, well, success can depend on a bunch of different things. So if you are in trying to sell something, then you need to figure out those goals. But in the beginning, you just need to focus on one goal, which is going live, being comfortable with going live, being comfortable with mistakes, being comfortable with the fact that live will come up with lots of different hiccups that you can't control, that are, you know, just out of control. So maybe have contingency plans in place for that. You know, if nothing else, then to sit there and say, well, you know, I'll try it again some other time. Something's not working. I mean, all this stuff is free. So, you know, use it for that, enjoy it for that. And the reason that I say that is because it's not going to be free for long. You know, as soon as the companies in the world that have money, and I mean lots and lots of money, it's just like Facebook ads, it's just like Instagram ads, Snapchat ads. Really, that's probably it that are cheap right now. You know, as soon as the value is perceived by these other companies, the price is going to go up. So as soon as the value of live video is actually realized, then you are going to struggle even more with gaining attention. If it's not already tough to try and gain attention, well, it's tough on social anyway to try and gain attention. I mean, that's all we ever try to do. So if you're not garnering the attention, it's probably because whatever it is that you're doing sucks. Simple as that. It's you're either being salesy, you're being irrelevant, it's not valued. So, or it's not, the value is not perceived, and maybe the value is not perceived because you're not communicating it correctly. So all that type of stuff is what you need to work on. Figure all that type of stuff out and then be salesy some other time. So, it's not that all these little things, and this is one reason I kind of one of the reasons that I stepped away from doing everything is that I was getting way too caught up and not focusing on the importance of it. Mm-hmm. The algorithm changes and everybody gets caught up in that. Shut up. It's free. They can change the algorithm all they want to. You know why you're mad? Because you didn't sit there and actually, work to try and build your audience when it wasn't changed. You were doing the wrong thing to do whatever it is that lost the attention. So work on that. That's what social is. It's like it's like going and creating a Twitter account. How much attention do you think you can hack in all the hashtags that you want, or the Instagram post, you can hack in all the hashtags that you want. But if your content sucks, if your message sucks, people still aren't going to pay attention to you. So it's like somebody the other day, Instagram TV is now out. That's actually kind of neat. I don't know that it's a YouTube killer, but it certainly has potential, for lots of different things. One, you can't go live there, so that eliminates that headache of hearing. But, Instagram TV, and I've heard people, don't even worry, don't even bother, it's worthless and all this type of stuff. It is less than a week old. How do you know that it's not worth it? I'm sorry, YouTube, which was born in 2006?
Yep.
Really didn't garner a whole lot of extra attention from people until 2010, 2011. And that's when it started to pick up steam. And, all of a sudden, then it really started to snowball and everybody was getting on YouTube. This was before Facebook even had a live video and all that type of stuff. YouTube wasn't even worried about live video. It was just video. It was just being on. But if you want to look at what's successful, what is it? If what you're doing on social, no matter what platform, is not a story, it's not going to be successful. That it's storytelling. It's not sales, it's storytelling. You want to sit there and help somebody out, give them the what, give them a whole lot of what's. And then eventually, maybe one day, you can sell the how. Too many people want to sell the how. You need to get better. Better is not a destination. It's a process. That's it. Better's a process. And honestly, I might, not pay attention to so much as to, I know I'm sitting there saying, look at what makes other people's broadcasts have the engagement. It's not so much look at what they're actually doing or compare yourself to them. Just don't worry about what they're doing. Just go on and we only start to make it a train wreck when we try and figure out how can I be better than this person, or how can I have the same result as this person. You're never going to have. Why would you want what that person has? You're only looking at the what you think is the good For every good, there's 10, 20, 100 things that are bad. Do you want their bad too? Because that's essentially what you're saying. So anyway, this is the philosophical era hour and the Mike Stevens struggle hour.
Things are back to the way they were. But it is a situation that it's your decision. It's your show. You decide what goes on there, and it should be the best that you can do. And as David says, it's whatever equipment you've got at the time. Don't invest more until you know you actually enjoy doing this, because it's pointless doing a show you don't enjoy. Because the only thing you become if you do a show you don't enjoy is miserable and disappointed. And it's like anything.
Shows. Don't start calling them shows. That has a certain aura, connotation about it. And all of a sudden now people that'll make you nervous. That'll be, well, I need to have credits, and I need to have lower thirds, and I need to have graphics, and I need to have backgrounds, and I need to have lighting and mics and all. Go live. Take your phone. Go live. That's it. Or take your tablet. Or, you can do it from the computer too. Gina says, make your own challenge, 30-day of live challenge, or one whole day live challenge, or a weekly challenge. Then choose topics for each day as prompts. Yeah, absolutely. If you've got a niche or a business or an area, there are very common questions. Gina's right. You can pick out 30. Personally, Gina, I'd say pick out 100. I don't think 30 is enough. I think that's too low. Come up with 100 topics. If you're an automotive dealer, how many different models of vehicle does your if you work for a Ford or a Kia or BMW or something, how many models are there? And then come up with the top 5 things that you need to know about X model for the summer, or summer travels, or winter travels, depending if you're in the upside down part of the world, like Brigetti.
Yeah, it's winter in Cape Town at the moment, but they're grateful for that.
Brigetti's a really good example. Brigetti, I think, I don't know if she still does it or not. I don't know if they still have water issues down there in Cape Town or not.
It's December, so it is effectively December, so there is no shortage at the moment. It's getting better.
No shortage in December. Okay. Or upside down June, whatever you want to call it. But passionately, she talked for months about the water crisis. She wasn't selling anything. She wasn't. It was just, it ended up that she was selling. She was selling awareness. She was selling attention to the problem. And eventually she started to get inquiries from sources outside. Hey, listen, we want to do an article about this. Can we quote you? Would you mind doing an interview and all that type of stuff? That's the whole, but the problem is everybody has a business and they're like, I want to sell my products. It's window shopping. Think of it like a shoe store. If you sit there and, you're selling shoes, and somebody walks in and they look at a particular set of shoes and turn around and walk to go out, and then you just boomerang one of the shoes to hit them in the back of the head. That's exactly what your sales technique is probably like. Would you buy the shoe because they threw a shoe up beside your head? No. But if they want to come back, if they're still in the market for shoes and you're selling shoes, then sell shoes. If you're selling cars, sell cars. If you're selling, if you're a 21-year-old life coach, figure out another career.
You can't say that.
Oh, yes, I can. 21-year-olds have not experienced enough of life to be a life coach.
Anyway. I take your point there that it's best to know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Because you can busk it in a blog, you can busk it on audio, you cannot get away with it on live video. Because if you don't know what you're talking about, somebody's going to ask the question that's going to catch you out, and you're going to either slick answer, I'll catch you after the show, or you're going to be stumped and there'll be nothing said for the next few seconds. So do Do stick to what you know about. Not that you can't rehearse first and get to know a new topic. Nothing wrong in that, but do make it something you can actually talk about.
You can always rehearse, and something will always happen. Just like Steven, he's done 10,000 different live broadcasts.
Indeed.
And, he still fumbled around with not having the right link in his link bot.
Well, that's a good in, David. If you type guest, you can now join me on camera. The bot has been fixed. Thank you for that. Well, it's one of these things. Do it in haste, repent at leisure. I pasted something, which only one mistake on a bot, and the bot doesn't work. So beware, and don't try and do a bot live in 60 seconds. That's what I've learned today.
Not when I'm in the audience and you want me to come on camera. No,
it's true. And don't use vMix either. Not until you've practiced with it first. As Debbie said, rehearse. And I'm going to take Debbie's word for that. I'm going to rehearse with vMix. The next time you see me with vMix will be next Monday with David Burrows.
Well, it's just like yesterday. I sat there and did for Geeks Got to Eat. I did a live video, and I plugged in my. I was using my wireless lav hookup and plugged it into my phone, and then did I don't know. It ended up being like a 15-minute video, and I saved it and shared it for 24 hours. And I was like, well, let's go back and see what that looks like. Maybe I can download it. And there was no audio. Because I had turned the audio on the receiver. I turned the receiver on, but I did not turn the transmitter on. So it was just So you saw me talking. You just couldn't hear what I was talking about. But I had wonderful visual imagery. Yep. I don't know if there's any other type of imagery. Is there audio imagery? I don't know if I could. There was no audio imagery in that. There was just visual imagery of what I did. So now I have to do it again. Or you know what? I'm not going to do it again. I'll just do something else later on, maybe. But I went back today and I went live and I was like, all right, let's see if it was me screwing up or if there's actually, maybe Instagram doesn't like using an external microphone hookup. So anyway, it happens to the best of us.
It happens to me as well. I mean, I've done videos without sound before now. Probably do it again as well. That's all part of being live. Dina's saying that she writes scripts but hardly uses them. I've got an agenda here, and I can use it for the next show now. That's not a problem. But the beauty of live is that you never know what's going to happen. And I had no idea that Dave was going to join me today. So I've got a script.
David was going to join you either, so. I just showed up and I was like, hey, let's bug Steven.
You right, let's move on. We just need, Jason, if you're still watching, please come and join us. Robert, you're welcome to join us. Well, we've still got 2 seats left, and all you need to do now that the bot is fixed is to type guest, and you can join David and I on camera. Yeah. Do you see anything?
Says, she thinks I'm right. I know I am. But thank you for, the humbleness. No, I'm just kidding. I make this seem easy. It's not. It wasn't in the beginning. You should have seen me way back in the Periscope days or the Meavy days, or what was the other one? Meerkat.
Meerkat, yeah.
Which, that brings up a whole different topic right there that Steven could sit there and bore you on for at least an hour about don't put all your eggs in one basket, because if it's free, it will go away. If they can't make money, then they got to figure something out. So even things that charge money and seem like a great deal. ECam is a good topic. It was a certain price for years. Yep. I've had ECam and they finally, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, had to raise their price. But they had raised their price because they had so much value in what they had built up. And included that it honestly, it's very well worth that price and still a bargain at what you get. So, but yeah, if it's free, don't don't.
Right.
Robert says he's being good. Jason Franco said guest.
Yeah.
He's a good example of somebody to watch. He likes to do he has a whole studio thing. And then you already talked about Gina said she writes scripts but hardly uses them. Then why do you write the scripts? Stop writing the scripts.
It's the insurance policy. If you go, having an agenda,
that's
list.
an excuse, Stephen. Come on. It's
not.
either write the script and use the script, or don't waste the time in writing the script. Write bullet points if you want to do that. But
Sorry, she did correct herself and say agenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agenda. So that would be
there was a correction there as well.
I don't ever. So if you're talking about Belive in the agenda, yeah, I'm the same way. I've stuck stuff in there, and it's not very frictionless. It's a lot of friction, so I don't like it. Franco. Don't worry about other opinions, do you? Because I'm sure that means everyone, has opinions that really mean nothing. That's true. Opinions are like elbows. Everybody has them. Doesn't mean that theirs is better than yours. And then Melissa says she's been watching YouTubers, these 20-year-olds, who know all these tricks and tips. Mind spinning. I'd rather listen to an honest approach. Don't watch the 20-year-olds. They will frustrate the ever-living mess out of you. Unless you're a 20-year-old, then you can watch them. But I'm not. So
no, neither am I.
I see, Gina. I corrected myself. I was, but I don't do this. So
welcome to everybody who's joined to watch us. That includes David. Burrows and David, if you want to join us on camera, just type guest and it works now.
He says that it works. We haven't had one other person
just needs testing.
We haven't had one other person hop on yet. Is there anyone in the lobby?
Not yet. No. As soon as there is, I'll let you know. Yeah.
Stephen says
there is somebody in the lobby. Okay, I can tell you now that there's somebody in the lobby. That somebody is Jason. So Jason is coming on camera, and then we are 3.
I'm waiting.
Good afternoon, Jason.
Oh, there he is.
Yep.
Look at that scruff bodybuilding. Just
trying to catch up to you, man.
Wow.
Right. And I can tell you now.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yes.
2 becomes 4.
Lord. Hey, you know what the best time of the year for anybody from Jersey is right now? Why? Because the Jets aren't playing.
Right. Okay. Well, that went whoosh for me. I mean, I.
Oh no! It went like this for me.
Okay.
It's a football team, American football team, Stephen. I know
it's nice to see that David is alive.
We're in World Cup. Stephen, the Jets are kind of like the goalie from Argentina. And the great play that he made the other day, that's how the Jets play all season.
Yeah, I mean, the World Cup this time around is
it's a really good World Cup. I've been enjoying it. So Mexico has been a surprise.
Yeah.
Jason, how are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just going to disregard the person that shows up once every 6 months.
3 months. 3 months. It's that 3 Mile Island water there that's affecting your counting. I was here in March. Ish.
Melissa, it's not all the testosterone. It's only 3 guys with testosterone.
He's been busy.
I'm going to take a break for a couple of moments, and you're going to be joined by David Burrows. So Canada meets the USA.
Yeah, no, he's been busy losing all that weight.
Do what now?
I said he's been busy losing all that weight.
I've been focused on my health and my fitness. That's it. I kind of plateaued. So,
hey, how are you, man?
Hey, Robert, Jason, David, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm on my lunch break.
Your lunch break?
I thought, well, this would be entertainment on my lunch break.
There you go.
And I missed Robert too. We haven't been on the same screen together in a while.
That's true.
It's
That is true.
Why is that, David?
My choice.
Uh,
Before David goes there, David V, before he goes there, it's actually my choice. I have not been on many live streams in the past week and a half.
Yeah, and honestly, me too. Other than my own, I haven't been on anybody else's in a while. So yeah, it's just a timing thing. We don't hate each other.
No. Usually, I when Jason goes in his group, I kind of harass him a little bit when he goes on.
How you doing, Jason?
Doing good. Trying to stay dry. It's raining a whole lot over here right now.
Oh, we had that this past weekend. We had a rib festival here, and it was Mother Nature didn't cooperate for the majority of it, but it still blows my mind how people, they just got to have their ribs, and they were still coming out. So it was
Heck yeah, man.
But it's always better when the sun's shining, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, Jason and David, you guys aren't that far from each other, are you?
Nope.
Same state.
But never met in person.
Nope.
Jason, you're lucky.
But I've met his wife in person.
Yeah.
20-some years ago.
Whoop.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, they used to work together.
We used to work together at Chi-Chi's in Raleigh.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Long ago. So anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting. How did that work out? I think David Bratcher injected, there was a Facebook post going on. David Bratcher, who I'm friends with and is friends with, knows Jason's wife, said, "Look, here's David Vaughan, Emily," and I was like, "Is this Emily?" That anyway, so we figured that out. And then one day, Jason and I were broadcasting. And I was like, "You have the same last name as this other person. Is that your wife?" And he was like, "Yep." And I was like, "No way." Anyway,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
I'm wondering, I'm just curious here because I don't watch it, but is anybody here a World Cup fan or
what's that?
World Cup fan?
Solo Cup? Red Solo Cup?
Yeah.
Solo Cup, yeah.
Oh, that every day.
Beer pong?
I am not a avid fan. I am paying attention to it. I'm watching some of the matches. I did watch the Argentina game the other day, and then I saw a highlight of the goalie and stuff like that. But
I'm not. I haven't watched any of it. I'm curious.
I think to a lot of Americans, unless you are just avid soccer, and it's been a long time since I played soccer, so or football as it's done in the rest of the world.
I don't play at all.
I should have taken up rugby. That's what I should have taken.
Taking up what?
Rugby.
Oh, rugby. That's big over here too. Yeah. We have. I know we've got a local league. It's pretty
violent soccer.
Yeah.
But see, here in the States, if you want violent soccer, all you have to do is go play the girls because they are super violent when it comes to soccer. Man, I mean, we used to hate scrimmage matches against the girls.
See, rugby to me was always just kill the man with the ball.
That's football.
But then I think with rugby though, you don't you sing and drink beer after though.
Oh, that's cool.
That's football. See, we have that. We just Americanized it.
Yeah, right.
We take breaks afterwards.
It's proper football.
I'm wondering if Steven's biting his lip in the lobby right now because we're discussing.
Yeah, we're letting all four of us in.
We're bashing the sport that he loves.
He does love some soccer.
Yeah, he does. And it's over in Russia right now, eh? So I wonder if it's a good thing they don't vote on the winner.
Well, there's been a lot of ads for it.
That's terrible. I stirred it a bit. Well.
So, David, how's the YouTube channel going?
It's been dormant. I haven't really paid. A lot of things have been dormant of recent. So, but that's okay.
Something like Geeks Gotta Live or something, or Geeks Gotta Eat.
Geeks Gotta Eat. That's something I'm focusing on a little bit more. We got rid of Steven, Gina.
Yeah.
He was boring, and so we got rid of him.
Oh boy. Hi, Gina.
Just remember one thing, David. Who has the power behind the curtain?
Apparently, Steven's saying pick a number between 1 and 4, and whatever number is picked, that person's getting ready to go off screen. So
2.
Oh, I can go.
1.
He took Jason
Jason
out.
was spot on with that.
Oh boy.
I
Ignore
hate
the
to
little
be-
man behind the curtain.
Yeah, Jeff Adams is going to have his hands full on Friday because it's bad enough with 5 of us when he's got 23 people involved in one show.
Yeah, except that Jeff's like
To the
when your
point,
time's up,
you're off.
he'll just when he's done with you, he'll just click by. Okay,
Yeah,
and that was blah blah blah. He doesn't. He's not polite like you.
He was doing that 2 years ago.
He'll have full control, I'm sure.
He will. And say hello to Bob and Gina and Mike. And Jason, thank you for joining us. Right. Okay. Now we're coming up to the end of the show because normally we go for an hour and then somebody else takes over.
I just got here. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm sorry about this.
why it's
Find a
ending.
link. What link is she looking for?
Okay. Now we've been talking to people watching the show today who haven't broadcast yet. So can we all give just one tip to somebody who's not broadcast yet?
Don't listen to David Vaughan. I didn't say
The worst
you.
thing can do is listen to me.
He did that. Bidon.
Listen, my tip is very simple. Pick up the phone, hit the button, and start talking to people. Actually talk to them, not at them.
That was good. Yeah.
David Burrows, your tip?
Just do it. And I really echo what my friend Robert Stern says. Just pick it up and just start. Where you go. You just you can think of 1,000 reasons not to, but once you get going, you just look at the fun we're having here. Like really, we all get along. We all have fun. We all have different opinions sometimes, but we're just having a fun time. Keep it real. Just do it.
Totally echo that. David, appreciate your thoughts earlier. One thing.
I gave, don't use QR codes. Make sure any links work. David Burrows is right. Look at what we're doing and we're on. But then again, we've built relationships. We haven't known each other our entire lives. We've actually come across each other pretty much from either live video or some social post interaction. And then we just come on camera and we kind of play off each other and work that way. But, the real crickets come out when you do it by yourself. And that's where you need to do a lot of practice, get comfortable. And like I say, if you're not comfortable with being on camera, then you can make a choice. You absolutely do not have to do live video. Ever. You nothing is going to change. You will not graduate from 6 figures to 7 figures because you did live video. That's not going to happen. Do live video the same reason you would do anything else if this is for business or for something that is a hobby that you're trying to turn into a business or something that you're passionate about. If you want to try it out, I say try it out and get yourself comfortable with it and talk about something that you enjoy talking about. Talk about solutions that you've run across and provide those solutions to other people. And, don't worry about, I don't want to give away the good stuff, because with Google and YouTube and now Facebook and Amazon, anybody in the world can go on the internet and find what you think is a closely held secret and not pay you for it. So stop worrying about that type of stuff. And don't worry about lighting. And don't be a Jets fan.
Do worry about sound.
Hey, Jets will be doing better than Panthers this year.
Yeah, do worry about the sound. I guess the audio is important, but again, all that stuff really doesn't matter. What you need to do first is, like Robert said, and like David Burrows, echoed. You just need to go live. You'll figure out the rest as it goes along. I don't need to have the sun at my back.
You got to have an episode 1 to get to the rest of them.
And you've got to have a purpose, which is Gina's point. I'd like to create a live support system, which sounds a great idea. Go for it. Just do it. And if you need any help along the way, there are 4 gents here more than willing to help.
Stephen's schedule is apparently very open, though, since he's only down to 5.5. I have no idea how you have half a show.
Because it's only for 2
England,
weeks.
they do it a little differently. So, there's only the BBC 1 through 4. Maybe that's how they figured it out. I don't know. So Stephen's probably got a ton of time.
And as Jason said, how do you not do it with lights? Try doing it with the lights off.
That's how.
Trish probably finds she's going in first.
Go there.
No, we're not going there at all.
David, family friendly.
Audience support.
It's Jason's comments.
Well, the thing about live videos, you never know what's going to happen. I'm grateful, David, that you joined me right
Barb's going in head first.
When things were going so well, when VMix didn't work and the guest link didn't work, and you gave me a chance to sort out the guest link. VMix I'm still going to work on over the next week before I go live with David on next Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Robert, thank you for joining, as always. And
Gentlemen,
David, thank you.
Adios.
And you'll see 3.5 of us on live video. Well, you might see all 4 of us on live video in the next 30 days. You never know what's going to happen. Take care, everybody.
David, it's going to be David Vaughan. It's going to be like this.
It's only
See you again soon. Bye for now. And Jason, thank you for joining us as well. It was a brilliant show. Thank you, gents. Bye. Okay.